G'day Christian, thanks for your message this morning regarding your hamstring and adductor. I want to quickly just run you through exactly how your muscle tears and how it repairs. Along with that, I want to talk about how to repair the muscle and how to help it along so you recover quicker. My sister's watching me record and she's actually picked me up on me doing this all the time. So let's get back to it. Basically, I've drawn a drawing for you which shows you how your fibers run. This is the tear here. So just like a wire would tear and fray, your muscle fibers do the same thing. The first response from your body is to send blood there, okay? Because blood carries all these goodies that will solidify the area, stabilize the area, and start healing the area. The problem with this is that your fibers are frayed and you're going to heal in that position. This causes scar tissue, this causes calcification and other nasties. So the way we avoid this is the rest ice compression, okay? Along with rest ice compression, after 48 hours you should start foam rolling. I'm a big believer in foam rolling. Foam rolling will break up that scar tissue so that the fibers can actually move around and align properly once again. You need to couple the foam rolling with an exercise that will strengthen the area as well as work the muscle to full extension and flexion and all those perfect words. Stop laughing at me, miss. So what I did for my injury was I foam rolled, I got up, I started squatting body weight, and that's it, so no bar. I got back down, foam rolled, body weight squats, and I went between the two, probably 2 or 3 times. Right, from there I started adding weight, typically, okay, because I wanted to get back into it as soon as possible. So I added 20 kilos, I added 40 kilos, I added 60, I got up to 100 kilos last week. This was the second week into my injury. At the 100 kilo mark I did 2 reps and I felt like, yep, I've got to stop. I felt the injury, there, and that was good. This week I got up to 140 kilos. So it's a gradual process. It's a gradual process of foam rolling, strengthening, etc., etc. Now, it's all well and good that you heal your hamstring. What's not good is then not finding out why exactly your hamstring tore in the first place, and that could be a wealth of reasons, tight piriformis, tight ITB, etc., etc. So once your hamstring is fully healed, I would go see an exercise physiologist or a personal trainer who is well trained in postural assessment, in Thomas testing, and all of the above, okay, so they can find out what muscles are tight, what muscles are weak, and how you can correct that. I hope that helped, and if you have to ask me anything else, feel free. I'll do another one of these videos for you, mate. Catch ya.